Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the Media Covenant, Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People, which right now you're looking at highlights from today's Day 2 rookie minicamp. Right there, you got a rookie, Jaden Crumdy, getting in some action. So, hey, let me go ahead and answer this right now while you're also looking at Jonathan Brooks, running back out of Texas. These highlights, I know you guys like them. I love bringing them to you, so I'm going to keep on doing it for you. Please do me a favor. Like and subscribe to the channel. Help us grow. Help us get to over 10,000 subscribers. It helps me continue to have access to the team and have further access to players and coaches and just do some really cool stuff. So help me out, continue to grow. And if you've already subscribed, just hit that like button. And for those that really like and want to support, we're independent media supported 100% by you. There's no big people writing checks. Please consider subscribing, becoming a member. And there's some special features that are available to you when doing that. There's Barrett, linebacker, getting in some work, Michael Barrett. And then you also have here, Charles Smith-Wade, cornerback. I think I actually got you guys 2 clips of him. I know, and by the way, all the people that like the videos, the highlights, use them. I don't care if you do that. If you don't mind, just give me a little mention back where you get these highlights from. That'd be greatly appreciated. But there's another one. And then, as we all wanted to see, coming up now is Xavier Legette. And excuse some of the shakiness. I had to handheld the camera today. I'm not, a videographer, but I get the video as best I can. Here, I had to take this video because you see, he's by some, people talk about his size. I'm gonna rewind that again here in a second. Actually, let me just rewind that and pause that for a second. If you look here, I messed up. Let's get back to it. Sorry, I hit the button too much. All right, right here. I need the John Madden clicker. I need the John Madden clicker. But what I'm going to get to is talking about maybe right now Dan Morgan and company has a thing for big wide receivers, because you've heard people talk about how big and massive Legette is. But then with this picture here, you see him and he doesn't look that big. Well, that's because he's standing by some other really big wide receivers, bigger than most of our current wide receivers. All these guys are basically about 6'4" and about 220. Which is not our current roster makeup yet. Right there, Pickney, Legette, and Coker, all some pretty big guys. So maybe that's the secret weapon that they're looking to add to this team here. Right now, you see Legette with another route, and then a lot of this routes on air kind of deal where there's no passes caught here, but he's nevertheless running a drill. And yeah. A lot of people, I had someone on Twitter say, man, can't wait to see Legette catching passes from Bryce Young. Yes, you will have that. It's going to be a while before I'm able to get that to you. Let me also point something out. These pictures behind me, they're outdated. No longer with the team, no longer with the team. He's been with the team for a minute. He just got not released, but went to another team. So I'm going to be giving these away to you all. I think they're about size 16 by 20, give or take 4 inches. I forget exactly. I'm going to be giving them away, and I'm going to be updating the pictures behind me. So just stay tuned for how I'm going to be giving that away. I'm not sure if we're going to do it just on YouTube. A lot of times I've done the giveaways through Twitter. So if you're not following me on all the other social medias, Twitter and Instagram, I encourage you to do so. Go over there. It's Charlotte Vibe, one word, and be able to follow along. So got some good content lined up for you today. Got the interview with Head Coach Dave Canales, as well as interview with Sanders. Yeah, I was forgetting his name for a second. Davian Sanders as well. Had a chance to talk with Rory. I can't say it all of a sudden. Rory. I'm butchering the name. But as you're going to see that I'm going to put up here, I'm going to give you some information, get you up to date. This guy is no longer with the team. He was a tryout guy, Rory Vegan. And man, so it's like something that I like to expose to you all when you follow this channel. I don't hide that this is a great job, really cool things, and tell you behind the scenes stuff. Man, it's really so business-like, cutthroat kind of thing, because Rory was made available to the media today. And not saying that he should not have been, but he was made available to the media. Everybody enjoyed talking with him. I asked him several questions, and you start to get into his story, and you start to root for the guy to make the team in some kind of capacity, maybe he'll make another NFL team. But not long after, I leave the stadium and come home to start doing the reporting, about getting all my video cut up, tape cut up to share with you guys. And it's like, well, Rory's no longer with the team. It's like, so there's no point going through all the content from him other than, again, sharing with you all the business of the NFL. Not for long, and it can certainly be that way for a lot of people. So let's go ahead and take a look at the current transactions. So there's been a lot, and I'm just going to not really go through a full roster until we get later into the season because there's so many transactions. But of today, they waived 3 undrafted free agents: defensive end Darius Hodges, cornerback Deshaun Gady, and then tight end Kevin Foch. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And these other guys, they didn't have to waive them. They were just here on tryout. None of those guys that were here on tryouts made the team today. Place kicker Rory Vegan, which I just talked about meeting today, seemed really cool. I will share this one part. He did talk about being here in America and the culture of football and the facilities and the training and how it's really like your job. It's so different from the football that he was playing over in his hometown, of how they're all amateurs and unpaid, even though it's a big sport and it's like a religion. He really enjoyed it, like the detail and the training and how much better you can get with having, so many resources at your to your access. The quarterback, Sean Chambers, offensive guard, Greg Anderson, and offensive guard, Justin Schaefer, also are no longer with the team or doing tryouts. Skipped over some of these shout-outs, which I'm not going to do. Let me get back to C-Dog. What's going on? Man of the people. That would be me here in the flesh. Excited to do this again another year for you guys. What's up, Thomas Frisbee? Appreciate you. Hope all is well in Ohio with you. Squeaky Cheeks, one of the best. Thanks for the coverage. I try. And it's going to get better. Already planning some things for content. Already, like you guys are, planning for that schedule release to get all my affairs in order to cover the team in Germany. I will need your support monetarily to make sure that we're able to go over to Germany. Certainly want to take myself as well as my photographer so we can have some great content. Again, independent media, I will be asking for your help occasionally. But appreciate that, Squeaky Cheeks. And we got Donald Duck. I like Donald Duck. How are you doing, Chris? Hope everything is good. Going good for you and your family. Yeah, the wife graduated recently, and she's a nurse. I think I shared that with you all. Some of you may have seen it. How's Brooks, Sanders, and Xavier do today? And could those 3 be the future wide receiver, tight end 1? Yeah, so let me touch on that. Donald Duck, really good question. And right now, it's not really an evaluative time for these players as far as what they could be. You're honestly not going to have any more evaluation over a guy now than you did before he got drafted, other than you physically see him. But they're running, and coaches are just focusing on seeing what they do in drills, seeing about their technique, seeing how they start to learn the playbook, getting them acclimated with life as a pro. It's really not so much about football as a team and what that player can do right now, other than just trying to look at these micro things, but really start to get these guys aware of, again, life as an NFL player. So based off of how I felt before they draft, I feel like all of them could be cool, could be really good. They seem to have some good measurables, some good stats. But we're going to have to see. We're going to have to let things pan out. We're at least going to have to let these guys get into some true 7-on-7 and team drills before I can say, now let's get excited. But I can certainly say it's okay to be a little optimistic right now. It's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of these interviews that I want to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and start with Head Coach Dave Canales. So I'm just going to bring the excerpts from today's Speaking with Players and Coaches. I'll put up the full videos for those who want to see the entire time question and answer session that the media had with these guys. But let's go ahead and talk about, let's show Canales as he talks about day 2 of rookie minicamp.
Enjoyed it out there. Lot smoother day 2, just in terms of the players getting used to the individual drills. There's a rhythm for how our coaches take the guys through it. Next guy up, here we go. There's kind of a cadence. Everything's on a clock. So I thought there was a lot better understanding today of what we were looking for. Offensively, just kind of adding wrinkles with the cadence, just working through those issues as a group. Kind of saw some of that happening, and then I couldn't pull myself away from the just the rush group down there with Coach Wash. They were getting after it pretty good. So, and some big men moving. So it was excited to see them.
There I go, messing up with my sound. I still have my off-season mistakes. Appreciate the comment of no sound. So what I was saying was that was Canales talking about right now is a time to just get these guys acclimated with the NFL. Some of these guys just are getting used to the fact of at the pro level, things are about pace. When they were in college, they weren't necessarily playing patty cakes, but they were doing things at a slower pace, whereas now they're doing drills, and as soon as they finish one drill, it's run to the center and then go to your next drill. It's still pace that they're really emphasizing. Time. You heard Canales there talk about a clock. Bryce Young is going to be on a clock this year for his time of throwing. So they're just really right now getting these guys used to the NFL. Again, thanks for the tip that I forgot to turn on the sound. I know we're back. So speaking of the process, I want to give you all the dates of what to expect next. Monday, they're going to get a chance to beat Bryce and start to work together a little bit more as a team. But here are the big key dates that are coming up, along with the schedule release isn't official yet, but I strongly feel that schedule release is going to happen this week, probably on Thursday. So here we go. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Here's what you want to see. So next up, we have the off-season workout schedule, May 20th through 21st, as well as May 23rd. That's some OTAs, phase 1. Phase 2, May 28th through 29th, as well as May 31st. And then phase 3, June 3rd, 4th, and June 6th. And then we have the mandatory mini camp, June 11th through June 13th. Got a question here. Hey, Chris, I know it's extremely early, but I want your opinion. How many wide receivers make this team? I forgot that David Moore was signed from Tampa. Do you feel Coker has a solid shot at making it? Okay, thanks. Yeah, that one's definitely too early for me because I continue to say right now it's not really an evaluation time with these guys. They're just learning the basics of becoming a pro. They're getting this new, I want to say, terminology down for the team. They're getting plays down. So I would have the same opinion about these guys and what they could do, as if I've never seen them before, because they're just running around in helmets, and there's no contact. But I appreciate it, Stallion, and certainly continue to stay tuned for more updates. So here we go. What do I have next? So that was Canales. Today it was noticeable and seen that Xavier Legette was practicing with the special teams coach. And so there was an opportunity to say, hey, what's up with that? What do you see now? I'm excited about Leggett, and it's not based off the field because, as I've been saying, there's nothing much that you can tell watching these guys in mini camps or I forget what they call the other session that we had a chance because it's just so elementary, so basic. But I just love his personality, I'll admit, and get excited about, man, if this guy can be good, how much fun would that be? I think anybody that's a Panther fan, you look for things to get excited about and have fun with because you remember those good old days. But here's Dave Canales on the possibilities of Leggett on special teams.
Oh yeah, gunner drills, right? So special teams is a premium for us. This is something that, on game day, we just don't get a lot of players, and something that our players have to get used to is as they come into the NFL, we have these many helmets today. So if something happens, they all got to be ready to contribute. That's how we were able to build great teams in Seattle was, Doug Baldwin as a starter early on, he was playing on teams, on cover units, and he could get in the vice. And so just making sure that Xavier has that starting point. And he's such a natural athlete. Watching him take his first couple steps, it was really cool. And Darren Bates is doing a great job down there with the Gunners.
All right, so there you go. Canales talking about, hey, and he's a rookie as well. And, that's not uncommon that you're going to have your rookie be in positions to make explosive plays for your team and put you in that position. So we'll continue to see what path it looks like Leggett will be taking for this team. Now, we did get to talk to another player. We got the chance to talk with Davian Sanders, tight end, who is currently wearing the number 85. I know some people out there are really big on the numbers. He's not wearing 0. Basically saying, I got to earn it. I got to earn being 0, and I haven't earned it yet, but I'm certainly going to try to earn it. Lots of good stuff from him, but I got a chance to ask him a question about his experiences so far. So I'm going to play these clips for you of my conversations with Davian. Did I say that right? Yeah, Davian Sanders. What have you learned these past 2 days? Is there a message that's kind of resonated to you from Canales these past 2 days?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's a real team-oriented coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the team first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of what Coach Sark used to say, like, protect the team. You know what I'm saying? And that's on and off the field. You know what I'm saying? Making smart decisions on the field, whether that's letting up on the tackle, or I'm saying letting up on the QB, or just being smart, like not on the field, off the field as well. So he real team-oriented coach for sure.
All right, so that was part 1, and I'm going to go ahead and play for you part 2. Again, hey, those of you watching, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that like button. It's free of charge. Helps other Panthers fans find out about the channel. The bigger we grow, the more we can do for you guys. I think we are a pretty unique outlet that we make ourselves so accessible to you guys. You have a friend in the media. Any questions that you have for me, whether it's just some football 101 or something specific and detailed that you want me to explain or answer for you, here for you. So I think that could be worth a like or subscribe if you haven't done so. Let's go ahead. I was actually able to ask Sanders another question. So let me go ahead and play that question for you as well. And also part of what you have learned these past 2 days, whether it's football lessons or
definitely that this is the highest level of football. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gotta, like, you're not gonna get by just doing the day-to-day work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the extra work in yourself, and I've kind of quickly learned that just going off the install these past 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I've been up studying late at night. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get ahead, make sure I'm on point the next day at practice.
So you hear a lot of players when they're making that transition talk about how much more real, intense, how you have to do little things like the eating and taking care of your body, how you recover because things are just so much different. And he's talking about they're learning the playbook. And he actually said something impressive about the playbook and how he's committed to getting that done. And I like that. I like that's a part of the guy's DNA. It's like, not only do I want to just be a good football player, but I've realized that there's more work to be done. I realize I need to learn this playbook so I can keep up. I'm hungry to get all these pieces in to make me a great player. And it actually speaks of, some leadership qualities that this rookie is showing. And I'll go ahead and play the clip of what I'm talking about, and certainly like to hear you guys' comments. If you're watching this and it's not live and you just want to leave a comment, please do so. But here's something interesting that Sanders mentioned today.
Really just trying to introduce myself to the playbook, trying to get as familiar as I can, me and a couple other guys, we trying to get an offensive study group, just trying to get ahead for when the vets come back.
So yeah, he has organized a study group, and that study group is to help them learn the playbook. They, most of these rookies, of course, hadn't bought a place yet, probably still just want to get settled, get their first check. So they're staying at the hotel that the team puts them up at. And he says, however they can meet, whether it's at the facilities, I was about to say here, because when he told us this, we were at the stadium. But whether they're meeting at the facilities or whether it's once they get back to the hotel, they just meet and they talk and they figure out how to learn this playbook, how to learn the terminology. And so it's nothing like it's a big formal thing. There's snacks and, hey, let's go, and we're going to be doing this for hours and hours. But it's something that he is a part of, something that he coordinates and will continue to do. And I like this because when the vets come in, he wants to be ready to roll. I mean, this guy also was telling me, like, hey, I got some pride here. And I know when these vets come in, they're going to have stuff that they're demanding of this team. And I think what Canales is teaching about the team, about getting to know players a little bit, about the culture, I think that's resonating with a lot of these players. And someone mentioned to me earlier, I think it was on Twitter, about how they're glad that we have a coach with some energy. And I'm not saying that you have to be rah, 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 but the change of pace from Frank Reich to Dave Canales does seem refreshing so far. It seems like it's certainly plausible that when you really connect with your players, you have a decent relationship of that player, you know their story. So when they are criticizing you, you feel like it's coming from a good place instead of just somebody just trying to beat you down. I feel like he's making that connection with players. And at the least, that means that you should be able to have a team that's always performing at an average, respectable, we could be fans and happy about this team level, right? Meaning you should always be able to salvage, well, we're not having a 2-15 season. Because even if the talent isn't there yet that you want, you should have these guys playing, giving you their all. Sanders also mentioned about the playing for the guy next to you and the hard work that goes. So anyway, that's just to say to you all, still there's stuff to be proven, but I'm liking what's been out there on display so far. So want to appreciate and thank everybody for watching. We'll continue to bring you some updates as they come out. Again, if you want to see the full interviews with Canales, Sanders, and Rory, I'm going to put that up so they'll be on the channel. Like it, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.